Welcome, welcome, one and all, to Bastion. Sorry for no stream yesterday. Bit busy with other things.
A shard is like a poor man's core, but beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah. So when we last left off, Zulk went a bit, they had a heated argument with, our, with old Rux here. Smashed up the monument and ran.
That's it. A few more shards like that, and we'll be back in business. A single shard can breathe new life into this place.
I think we forget which one did we upgrade before. I think it was
the shard's got enough juice to spruce up any of these places.
Ooh, do you want faster reload or more damage? I mean, either way.
He's made a right comfortable bed for all those bullets.
Sword.
Points just don't get any sharper than that.
Okay. There we go. Yeah. Remember the old controls here. Trade that for Gamerson.
Want to stay alive in the wilds? Pack a pair of pistols and a good blade.
Oh right, because we completed something.
The trappers, daring bunch of fools. They'll be missed. The city tried to use the shards to stake out the wilds. So much for that plan.
So, Rothus Lagoon.
Rothus Lagoon. Even the brushers stopped going there. Didn't like being eaten.
Gator? Huh.
Ankle gators used to roam the wilds, and they nested at Rothus Lagoon. Many a tale folks used to scare their children straight originated here. All kinds of beasts what don't know up from down, still looking back.
Play.
Even the brushers learned to fear this place. They used to think that ankle gators were extinct. Well, they ain't. One of them's been living in the tall grass. They called her Queen Anne.
Damn.
Turns out Queen Anne got a hold of a shard. Ankle gators love shiny things.
That's terrifying.
Know what smells worse than an ankle gator's breath? The stinkweed.
Yes, I think. So.
Can't fight Queen Anne without the proper tools. Brushers use their pikes to keep their distance around here. Now the kid can do the same.
That's pretty done. Just afraid of, so that's
Sharp sticks make Queen Anne nervous, so she backs off a bit. Kid's got a mean throwing arm.
Oh my god, it's not going well. So,
Those pin cushions been living off the ankle gator's scraps. Queenie leads the kid into some kind of twisted trap. Still no sign of the shard. One
There we
bad step in that tall grass and he's Queen Anne's lunch.
So let's trade those for the pistols as well.
Well, the brusher's way ain't really his style.
Actually, here's a pipe. Oh. Trip mine. There we go. Oh, wow.
Bad idea to walk in gator grass. He holds his ground. Seems the queen's running out of options. The closer you get to an ankle gator's lair, the thicker the tall grass grows. Kid's gotta make a run for it.
Gotcha. Oh.
Those legal lunkheads don't like Queen Anne any better than the kid.
Wow, this is a lot of damage. Come on. Oh, that's what he meant by a guy taking it.
Queenie must have scared a bunch of peckers out of hiding.
This is not going well. He does it.
Ankle gators don't much care for their young. That's why there ain't many around. Wanna know how to find an ankle gator lair? You use a kid as bait. The shard's sitting in plain view. Now she's coming for him. She's got nowhere else to go.
Oh, I gotta take her out.
They say if you run across an ankle gator, you better keep running. She's starting to get annoyed. And now he's made her mad.
Oh, here we go.
After all that, kid lets the ankle gator go. Hope Queen Anne don't mind us borrowing from her treasury.
Alright. Oh.
All that trouble for a single shard. But you know what? It was worth it.
So, here's what I'm thinking. Distillery.
Just the occasion to crack open the distillery's private reserve.
So wait, there's probably more stuff in here. Beyond. Yeah, here we go. Use damage from falling. Oh, wow. +2 black tonic capacity. I haven't checked what a speed. Damn. Forge. Ah, here we go. Something pointy.
To fix a brusher's pike, you just need a good length of knife bark.
Knife bark.
He's a spitting image of Slinger Jawson with that pike and them pistols. They said Queen Anne was just a folktale. Now there's living proof she ain't. That Gator's a crazy gal. And so's the gal who promised to look after her. The next shard should be farther out there in the wilds.
So let's try.
Over there's Camp Dauncey, where the brushers steel themselves for secret missions.
Here, give it a try.
To prepare for the wilds, Ceylonia's brushers practice at Camp Dauncey. Had to navigate a maze of pincushions with nothing but a pike.
Gotcha. Get all switches.
It's a dangerous test for a dangerous job.
Oh, I can't even dodge.
Health tonics were off limits at Camp Dauncey. They said they made you weak.
Just we gotta control this. Yeah, definitely not. Nope. We're gonna take care of Dylan. Oh my god, that's not. Oh. Oh, well.
The brushers were Ceylonia's field agents, and their training was harsh.
Okay. Right, go. No, I can't touch.
You had to find a path through the maze as quick as you could.
Spear. Jeez. Jeez, I'm gonna die here. Oh, but I mean, one shot is the rarest case.
One well-placed throw could take out several of those ugly critters.
This one.
Just getting through the course in one piece was an accomplishment.
Figured as much. Oh well. Yeah, couldn't use the evasive roll.
You can see why the brushers prize those pikes of theirs.
They were a bit of a... That's knockback.
don't want that thing leaving your hands until you decide it's time.
Hey,
Point Lemaine's Grand Rail once brought the riches of the wild right to our doorstep.
Undone.
Know how Caelandia became the richest city in the world? 2 words. Point Lemaine. If the wilds could ever be tamed, it was gonna happen right here. But now, the greatest outpost past the city line is nothing but a freak show. The army's triggers once had the place on lockdown. Kid might as well pick up where they left off. Blam, just like my fighting days. Gun like that can even put the wilds in check.
I see. I definitely prefer the pipe.
Point Lemaine seen better days for sure, but it ain't done. Whole place shudders in a fit. The Grand Rail of Point Lemaine. Not only is it still there, it still works. Of course, it's no longer shipping hides and alloys and spices, but it can give the kid a lift.
I love this song. This song's so good.
Just as long as he can stay clear of the trouble on the tracks. Grand Rail's all grown over with things of calamity chewed up and spat out. Things eager to take back their turf.
I should get the name of the song. It's something on a rail.
Kid don't let so much as one of those things slip by. Lunkheads settled in like they own the place.
Yeah. Really could use that pipe, but
Takes fancy footwork on the rail. What with wallflowers, cough, and fungus everywhere. Only one way to cure a cough like that.
okay.
Place used to be closed off, but now it's split open like a rotten pineapple. Of course, the Grand Rail's seen much more fight in bygone times.
Pike place.
Near on 50 years ago, first shots fired in the Caelandian War. It was right here that Zulf's forefathers decided to mix it up.
There we go. Tough bird. Coming up. Coming up.
Okay, so maybe we didn't get their sign-off on the whole Grand Rail thing. That was bad. The rail must have shook the Ura to the bone down in those dens of theirs. Well, the rail won't last much longer now that the kid took the shard. It's still got one good run in store for him.
Oh, bad
All
news.
the rotten wood there on the rail is turning into swamp weed central. Ever tried dancing side to side while holding your breath? Choking on swamp weed. Peckers trying to prick you in the eye. Well, let me tell you, it ain't fun.
So fast.
But then, at last, it's the end of the line. Should have seen him tiptoe around those swamp weeds in his way. Turns out he's got company up at the rail station.
Like in a
waiting
rail.
for him.
That scene was so good. Like in the city.
Not just another wallflower or pincushion, mind you.
Oh.
At first, he thinks it's Zulf. Turns out he's wrong. This is for you, says the man. Then wham. When the kid comes to, the man's long gone. But something else is there.
Yeah.
The only words Kid recognizes on that parchment are for Zia. Well, what's a kid to do? He took the shard, he took the hit, and he took that note.
Cool line.
That note cuts straight to the heart of things, don't it? Finding gourmet ingredients ain't easy these days, but we'll take what we can get.
No.
The note says it plain. Zia, go east to learn the truth about the calamity and our people. I'll be waiting. Sincerely, Zulf. Zulf's messenger was one of his people. Wondered just how many of them survived, and what exactly Zulf told him.
Oh, hey, level 4, hell yeah. Do black rye.
Black rye is like hot pineapple chowder on a cold day. Brings back memories. It ain't too late to unlock the potential of this place.
Upgrade the old arsenal here.
The arsenal's complete in case we need protection. The shards are getting harder to find.
Nope, I don't think we need to go to Trigger Hill.
No risk of Culford Cauldron ever erupting again, they used to say. Guess they were wrong.
Let's pierce the heart of the... What the frick?
Not everything blew up in the calamity. why Colford Cauldron here blew up way ahead of its time. The cauldron boiled over some 300 years ago. They say it filled the skies with ash and the lakes with molten rock. If you wanted to survive something like that, you had to learn to adapt. So in a way, the beasts of the wilds, they're all survivors too. It takes a certain stubborn pride to keep on living in a place like this. As for us, we learned an awful lot from Colford Cauldron. That learning led to some interesting inventions. The raw power of the world fell right into our hands.
I don't remember it being limited, but it makes sense that it
Can't fault the people for their natural curiosity, can you?
to now.
Sure, we dusted off a good many secrets out here. But we discovered other things we're better off not knowing. The taste of air so hot it sticks to your lungs. All sorts of awful things crawling underfoot. Never thought we'd find so much life in all that ash. The more ash we swept aside, the more life we found. But still we pressed on. After all, when we looked down inside Colford Cauldron, looked down through all the smoke and flames, we saw in there the heart of the world, the heart now laid bare by the calamity. We had to have it. As for the kid, he just has to get that shard out of there. Too bad taking that thing woke up every last stink eye from here to Jocelyn Bog. Biggest stink eye he's ever seen's waiting for him on the other side.
Perhaps a different,
Where there's one stink eye, there's always more. Pops open on him like a pimple on a school day. The cauldron's tenants all gather up to bid the kid have fun farewell. Kid don't shed any tears for him though.
Bad things. Bad things.
With a good spyglass, you can still see the cauldron from the city. But all the fires died out. There's nothing left of it.
Ooh.
It comes back looking like the inside of a chimney. The shard works like a charm. You can hear the monument's heartbeat again.
Upgrade the old location. Or lost and found.
We need an awful big lost and found under the circumstances.
Like, it's
It wasn't fixed, it was unbroken.
reaching bullet.
We're all a little short on friends these days, so that's a welcome sight. They said the wild could never be tamed. If only they could see us now.
Yeah. Figure this out for a little bit.
We spotted a pecker carrying a shard to Mount Zan.
Damn.
Not much left of Mount Zan nowadays. It's like a cross between a zoo and a prison break. Can't rightly call Mount Zan a mountain anymore. There's no more mountains now. There's no place left for the beasts of the wild to go. Good thing for those beasts the Calamity saved leftovers. We only found their little lair because they found themselves a little shard. The creatures of the wild, they've been building a bastion of their own, but they ain't yet prepared for any company. Best thing we can do for those beasts right now is put them down, quick and clean.
Yeah, I'll get more.
Even if the beasts of the wilds won't like it. Look at it this way. It's either them or us. But if we win, they win too. Our bastion is everybody's game, not just ours.
Wonder. Actually, no. Probably there are probably sections of this game that you can play pacifist.
Unfortunately, there's no explaining that to a simple beast. Those beasts been hard at work fixing up the place.
Bad place to be.
They've been searching for cores and shards, just like we have. Maybe they've thought about turning back, just like we have. We just really need their shard. Kid got it fair and square.
Okay.
You don't need to keep tangling with all those things.
I feel like this game has like.
We'll all be better off once the Bastion is complete.
I feel this game has like, you know. It how do I put it? You'll have.
Kid arrives just in time to sample Zia's famous cooking.
Oh, that's another memory thing.
The monument's getting better. Zolf sure did a number on it, though. Seems the gods recommended this place to all their friends.
Ugh. Reflect attacks on a wing. Ace. But this is probably another memory.
He wolfs down too much too fast, and it all goes to his head. I've said a lot about the kid, but he ain't the only one wrapped up in all this.
Oh.
What's he
yes,
thinking? Now, let me see if I got this straight. I only heard it once.
You got an idea.
Once there was a normal Ura girl, but she wasn't born in the Tazzle terminals like the rest of her people. She was from Celandia. Folks were orphaned in the war, taken in and raised inside the city, on condition they would never return to the terminals. Ura refugees who came into the city had to stay for life. It was a way to reduce the risk of city secrets leaking out. Mama passed away from birthing complications, leaving the girl trapped inside that city with no one but her father.
Yeah, there's definitely a use for this thing.
Father was sharper than a brusher's pike, so he got a job working for the city's mancers. His daughter barely saw him. Father told her nothing of her Ura heritage. He told her nothing of the Mancers. It's for your own good, he said.
Just from the beginning, I don't know.
She took to studying the arts. Learn more through music than history books. Gain a knack for strings and songs. At first, she tried to be like other girls, but her classmates spread word that her father was an Ura trader, selling out the city.
I mean, I definitely wish I had the bike, but it'll definitely work.
One young man stood up for her, or so he led her to believe. He knew much of her heritage, and she grew fond of him.
Yep, no, I really wish I had the bike.
consider taking him to a family den to meet her father. Spoke of how he wanted to meet a man from the terminals. When the young man greeted her father in the Ura's native language, her father flew into a fit of rage and threw them out. The young man never told her that the Ura's native language is not to be used by foreigners. To do so is a terrible insult. Lost my train of thought there.
Right.
It was then that she decided to escape. The two of them could flee the city together and go to the Tassel terminals.
Look at him. That's fine.
They would hide inside a garbage bin until it got ingested by a scumbag, then let him slosh on out of the city for disposal. Her plan almost succeeded, but the authorities were already there when that scumbag sidled up to the city walls.
Where starting pistol on a gun is like doesn't give you a limit on how fast you can shoot it, but also gives you infinite ammo. Just gives you a limited gun at the very start. So.
The young man had sent the authorities a tip. Told him her father was using her to sell secrets to the Tassel terminals. She and her father were arrested for treason, but her father got a deal. Return to work for the Mansers, and she'd go free.
That wall is gonna fall. Gonna build that city on a hill. Gonna build that city on a hill.
Before they parted ways for the last time, her father whispered a desperate plea. Hurry home to the den and lock yourself in.
That wall and build it strong, 'cause we'll be there for too long. Don't build that wall up to the sky.
Hands get tired.
Someday your bird is gonna fly. done.
Twisting mic.
She did as she was told, and deep down underground inside that den, she found a journal written in her father's hand.
Oh, whoa.
Now you've got no remember.
Oh, so many. So many. Oh, got hammers. I know me. I'm strongest at range. I've got no chance.
The next day, the door to the den turned to ash. The girl came up for air, and she saw the calamity all around her. When the kid wakes up, his world's still in pieces, just the way he left it.
Okay. Oh yeah. Before I don't want to share the weapon again. Fight bleed. Fight ball.
Just a couple shards left. The quarry's gotta have one, right? The secret to how we built Caelondia so tall and proud lies in Bastion Quarry. Imagine everything you'd need to build a city like Caelondia. It takes hard work and planning, and it also takes Bastion Quarry. The Ura tunnels beneath the quarry must have softened the blow from the calamity.
What the?
Same goes for its natives, Rattletails. Rattletails ain't the worst of it either, but more about that in a little bit. The quarry came with a lifetime supply of windbags. Windbags smaller than the naked eye can see are nested in those rocks. Not only are these rocks a source of life, we found that the oldest ones remember things.
Just rocks. Just find that out.
They're recording everything, all the time, taking it all in.
I mean, to be fair, that's kind of how regular rocks work.
No wonder all those beasts were drawn to the quarry. The rocks were calling them.
That's handy.
Keeping the quarry free from pests turned out to be a problem. Rattletails kept tunneling in to snack on windbags. Now, why would the Ura sell off such a fascinating place? The Ura always were a superstitious lot. It might be the gods told them the quarry's bad news. Hard times in the quarry these days. On top of that, you know the Ura hated anything above ground. Might be the quarry just got too much sunshine if you don't like it.
Oh, this sounds good. Right. Let's put that switch. Oh, I can't.
In any case, it's fair to say the quarry was God's. Those rocks, all polished to a mirror sheen. The largest ones, you know as cores. A single core could keep the lights on in an entire city district.
Oh. The rocks that remember things are the cores.
The smaller ones, we call them shards.
That ain't good. Okay, I get around this. This way? Right here? Nope, this ain't it. Okay. Oh, gotcha. Ow. Well, I have no heals left.
The shard's got a fraction of the core's power, enough to fuel a voyage to the motherland.
Bad things.
Well, now the quarry's all dried up. These rocks are much too young to be of use. Remember how I said Rattletails ain't the worst thing in the quarry? That honor goes to a beast we took to Colin, Sir Lunky. Massive things stomped many of our boys. We just couldn't get rid of him. The only thing harder than the rocks in Bastion quarry is Sir Lunky's head.
Bad things. Oh. Bad things.
Could get stubborn old Lunky to leave the quarry alone.
Oh, it's reset the entire area. Come on.
Just takes three things to build the greatest city in the world.
Like with the final
Takes
hit, it
hard
killed him
work and
too.
planning, and it also takes Bastion quarry. The Ura tunnels beneath the quarry must have softened the blow from the calamity. Same goes for its natives, Rattletails.
Okay, now I'm gonna get real reckless on the way
The
through the
quarry
second
came
time.
with the
But hey,
lifetime
this time I know
supply
where I'm
of
going.
windbags. But there was even more to it than that.
Away. No.
Not only are these rocks a source of life, we found that the oldest ones remember things. They're recording everything, all the time, taking it all in. No wonder all those beasts were drawn to the quarry. The rocks were calling them. Keeping the quarry free from pests turned out to be a problem. The Rattletails kept tunneling in to stack up windbags. Without those windbags, the quarry might not have its special qualities. Now, why would the Ura sell off such a fascinating place? The Ura always were a superstitious lot. It might be the gods told them the quarry's bad news. In any case, it's fair to say the quarry was a godsend. Those rocks, all polished to a mirror sheen.
Ow. Okay. Now I know what to do. That ain't it. I did it the wrong way.
The largest ones, you know as cores. Remember how I said rattletails ain't the worst thing in the quarry? That honor goes to a beast we took to Colin, Sir Lunky. Massive things stomped many of our boys. We just couldn't get rid of him. The only thing harder than the rocks in Bastion quarry is Sir Lunky's head.
Does it? Got 2 pokes in. Or he jumps again. Okay. Thanks. Bad things. Off you.
Hard times
Jumps.
in the quarry these days. You never could get stubborn old Lunky to leave the quarry alone.
Okay.
Then the kid hears a voice calling from down the hall. Are you alright? It says. It's him. I've come to warn you, he says. The Bastion is under siege. Let it fall. You should not go back. Kid hears him, but he ain't about to be deterred. If that's the way it is, he says, then I won't stop you. Because my countrymen will.
No. Now we know the Ura survived the calamity.
Say what you will about Zulf, but he's a man of his word. His countrymen don't much care for pleasantries, though. Too bad for that. Zulf showed him the way here, and here they came to take revenge. They got inside the Bastion and shut the door. Kid's gotta go in through the back. I should have told him sooner about all this. To make matters worse, seems the Ura took the girl. Unfortunately, they broke in, and they started digging their holes. Something wrong sprung out of those holes, and it's eating away at this place. We tried to stop them, but we needed help. Our baby pecker, he don't make it.
Save the rest. I may not be able to save them all, but I can save the rest.
Somehow, some way, he sends those Ura packing. Problem is, it didn't matter. Zulf's plan worked. We find each other as the dust settles. Then I tell him why the Ura came. To get us back. For the calamity. It was Caelondia's master plan to wipe the Ura out. But part of that plan backfired, didn't it? If only Zulf knew the whole story. What were we to think? They must have got her. Taking her back to her rightful home.
something more. Something. There's this. Oh. Need some health by counterblocking.
We ain't much for pleasantries. Can't be too careful these days.
Always forget that it just allows it. Oops.
The culture, the still life of old unwanted keepsakes. The mercy, the windbags ain't the only beast that drew a bad lot. I've asked a lot of the kid, but this is something he's done on his own. The shards can put this disease in remission, but there's only one cure. We need to finish what we started. The memorial may be finished, but our part is far from over. The sanctuary. If we can build, we can rebuild. Now all we need is one last shard. The Ura swooped down from the east. At least now we know the way.
Zendra Gate.
Zendra Gate used to lead down to the terminals. Now it leads up to the stars. One last shard. It's all we need to put this mess behind us. And mother, what a mess it is. A mess like that could have only been made by hand.
Right on the floor.
Zolf said the calamity failed, and he's right. The Ura stand is limited for that. At the heart of the calamity was a simple idea. We never wanted to go to war again. Wanted to rule it out. We put a lot of folks against that problem. Scientists, soldiers, spies, even me. We traveled near as far as the kid's going right now. Most of our efforts didn't bear fruit. Then there was a breakthrough, but it didn't come from one of our from an Ura, a brilliant young scientist named Ven. Ven worked for the Mancers, the sharpest knives in the city's drawer.
Don't forget not saying.
Hey, With his help, the Mancers devised a way to seal the Ura tunnels shut in a flash. Just like that, every last Ura living in the Tassel terminals will be gone. This discovery was never to be used, they said, except as a last resort. But Ven didn't like being manipulated. He had plans of his own. He sabotaged the Mancer's little science project, set it to blow up in their faces. Imagine how Ven must have felt when they finally made him pull that trigger.
I don't think it's an accident that any humans you kill doesn't pop, just die.
But remember, the Bastion can fix everything. We just need that shard. Too bad the Ura ain't exactly been willing to collaborate on that front. For now, Kid had little choice but to pick up where the Calamity left off. First things first, though. There's someone we figured needed rescuing. Zia. The Ura fell back, no doubt planning the next move, but we knew ours already.
Oh.
That ought to give those dueling pistols a little extra kick.
There we go. I need more pumpkin greases. Crazy.
You'd never guess those things been to the wilds and back.
If I did something pointy, I can upgrade the fire them. Hello. Welcome to the stream.
Gotta make sure the pointy end's fastened on real tight.
Yeah, so it's getting dark here in Bastion. Stuff went real wrong real fast again.
The city, its riches nothing but fragments now.
Fragments, that's what the little blue pickup things
There's
are
something
called.
we had to do before going after that last shard. Zoltan's Hollow is the Ura's border blockade. At least it used to be. personal, ain't it? It's personal for him, and it's personal for me. We get straight down to business. He gets his hands on the care package I sent him.
Calamity cannon.
It's a little something I've been fixing up in my spare time.
Do we have to name it after the calamity? I assume absolutely. Oh.
Laura found a way to keep the calamity from spreading through Sultan's Hollow. They got their own security and everything. Pretty fancy. Still, they ain't used to having visitors around. They've got these conductors that are all what's keeping the place together. Break enough of those things and the calamity rocks slink back into the ground.
Wait, what's this gonna do with this? Like good. I mean, I thought it would dust them, like, you know, all the laundry types.
Those rocks are like tumors, the same kind the Ura planted in the Bastion. Well, the Ura must be in a panic right about now.
Oh, it does dust things. Honestly, probably Mirror Shield would work really good. Go with Mirror Shield. Keep the...
They even sick their little rattletail pets on the kid. Those rodents are just a bump in the road.
Volume on the game sounds really loud. Hold on. Also, the subtitles were turned off for whatever reason. Yeah. A bit better.
By now, every Ura from here to the terminals must know he's in town. They're easy targets.
Oh my god.
Most of the Ura's conductors are squared away in the middle of the hollow.
We've got goggles on when he does it.
Those calamity rocks must be eating that place apart from the inside.
Stop dropping freaking stink eyes on me. Oh, piss. Well, that ain't good.
The Ura keep hanging on to that barricade. After all, their homeland's not much farther.
Ow, bad things. Gotta stop firing this thing point blank. Final restart.
When
Oh
the
my
Ura
God.
attacked, we took it hard. And now... it's personal for him, and it's personal for me. He gets his hands on the care package I sent him. It's a little something I've been fixing up in my spare time.
So here's what I'm thinking. When we get to the...
The Ura found a way to keep the calamity from spreading through Sultan's Hollow.
I should be able to kill everything with my regular weapons. I don't need this thing. Like, it's big and it's handy, but it
They got their
killed
own
me more than
security
that.
and everything. Pretty fancy, even. Still, they ain't used to having visitors around. They've got these conductors that are all what's keeping the place together.
I keep going myself.
Break enough of
that
those
way.
things and the calamity rocks slink back into the ground.
I mean, makes sense for the calamity cannon, I suppose. To do more damage to me than it does to them. Nearly did. Jeez. Where was the old arsenal?
Those rocks are like tumors, the same kind the Ura planted in the Bastion. Well, the Ura must be in a panic right about now.
Okay, so swap this. Versus pike. And pike bolt.
Kid's done using the calamity's power for now. But the Ura ain't finished. They even sick their little rattletail pets on the kid. Those rodents are just a bump in the road.
Because I could destroy these secrets. No danger to myself. Stop dropping stuff on my head.
By now, every Ura from here to the terminals must know he's in town. Kid returns their greeting tenfold. Most of the Ura's conductors are squared away in the middle of the hollow.
Yeah, this is the only thing I hit in front of me whatsoever.
Those calamity rocks must be eating that place apart from the inside.
Oh, it was that thing that was spewing off the... Okay, gotcha.
The Ura keep hanging on to that barricade. After all, their homeland's not much farther. Maybe they know they've lost this. Lost to a kid. They underestimated us. Had us pegged all wrong. Yes, our people caused the calamity, but here we are trying to fix it. The Ura ain't pulling their punches.
Okay, this thing needs to go.
Shame the opportunity for civilized discourse is over. Did the Ura really think we just turn around and walk away? Some of them are downright bewildered by what's happening. It's not the time to get reckless.
Oh. Get it.
Suppose old Zolf should have got to know us better. Maybe I should have trusted him. Told him everything I knew.
No better time for regrets like the end of the world, right? More opportune moments, but,
Zolf, the Ura, they have every reason to be angry. Beyond angry.
Cool.
But when this is all over, it'll all be water under the bridge. As the hour grows desperate, the Ura bring out their big guns.
Oh. Yeah, the biggest
There's
gun in the
nothing
world.
standing in his way no more.
Still slower than that.
He sees the Tazzle terminals loom large on the horizon. Way out there on the edge of the world, that's where he finally finds you. But it ain't like Prosper Bluff this time. Ain't nothing for this gal to sing about now. Zia, you weren't kidnapped. No, ma'am. You just had to see what happened to the Ura. To your own people.
Oof.
You had to see if everything Zolf wrote to you was true. Sure you didn't drop that twangy thing on purpose? Just to see if he'd go after you? They lost everything, didn't they? But they just keep on fighting like that's gonna bring it all back. I don't need to see what happened to the Ura. I'm trying to undo it, remember?
Oh boy. So, assumedly, yep. Something wrong is the... Okay.
First step to learning the Calamity Cannon is knowing about the machinery overrides.
Plus 20% blast radius.
Now, who would have taught a kid to do a thing like that?
I don't know if I leveled up or not. No, I didn't. But did do a bunch of these.
A country She's all to pieces now, but still looking good. The brushers, they moved in shadows, but the calamity found them. The slingers, the wilds were their calling.
Actually, I wonder. So, answer. Oh, we don't need it to be a cluster bomb. That's not something we.
Fixed that thing right up, didn't we? Made these goings-on a little livelier. Suppose it's true a little song can put things in perspective. Part of the rippling walls floated by, so I caught the kid's old knapsack.
It's a dream sequence that I want to do right now.
Once the kid gets that last shard from Zolf, it'll all be over.
Oh?
The Tazzle terminals, all that's left of the Ura civilization, and the last stop on his little journey.
Oh. Let's do it. Let's get some water.
I can't hear him at all anymore. He's too far away. But he'll be all right. Just needs to get that shard from Zolf and come on home.
Yeah.
The calamity hit the Tazzle terminals hardest of all.
I say that was by design.
No chance anything survived. You know why Zolf went back there. The place was his home. All his old friends and family were there. Taken by the calamity. Zolf must be there all alone, just waiting. You know what's funny? Well, Zolf's waiting. We're waiting. All of us are waiting for a kid.
Ooh, poison dart. Ow.
Look around. There's not much left to do here in the Bastion, I'm afraid. So why not tell each other stories to pass the time, right? But Zia, there's another reason I've been telling you all this. There's something I want you to understand. When the kid brings back that shard, the Bastion will be complete. Zealandia will be whole again. Everything will be back to normal. Everyone will be all right. Problem is, we'll all be gone. But we're not gonna die. It's more like all of this will just stop.
Criminal March.
Things will go back to the way they used to be. That's the power of the Bastion. This whole place is a living record of the times before the calamity. The way things were before this story. You be your old self again. Think of all those times that didn't go your way. Little setbacks. Imagine if you could have another go at them. No mistakes. Anyone you've ever hurt. Everything you've ever done, you could do it over. And wouldn't that be grand? Wouldn't you agree? Well, I guess there's nothing more to say.
Time machine.
Who am I kidding?
Jeez. Oh boy. Oh, I see.
Look. There's something else. A confession. How come I know so much about the Bastion? You follow me? Well, I designed the place, but that's beside the point. There's one problem with a place that sets things back to a bygone time. You can't test it.
Yeah.
So you're probably wondering if the calamity happened already. What's to stop it from happening again after the Bastion does its thing?
Okay, no.
The answer is... I don't know.
Zia's father.
You're wondering if there ain't some other way out of this mess. It's alright. I can tell. But why would you even want another way? Unless you wanted to stay here with us. Well, that's sweet and all, but I don't know if I can stick around.
Really? Oh. This I remember.
The weight of the calamity. It's on our shoulders. We can't just let it go. Bastion does have another function, strictly speaking. If ever the monument blew out and we couldn't repair it, we could still evacuate. First, we'd round up as many folks as we could carry. Next, we'd detonate the cores, and we'd take off away from here. Heavy, ain't it? Of course, that would mean no going back. Ever. But then again, that way all of us could leave the city. Together. You know Zolf and his countrymen won't be giving up that shard without a fight, don't you? Zolf and the Ura. All they want now is to see the Bastion fall. Zolf dedicated his life to a lasting peace between the Ura and Caelondia. Zolf ain't lost every shred of decency though, has he? He tried to warn you about his plans. He tried to warn the kid.
Right.
For Zolf, this ain't a personal matter. Pride either. One thing's for sure, the Ura can't be happy that the kid followed Zolf all the way home.
So, we have two choices. Spawn, abandon Zolf's body and press forward with their battering ram. Take Zolf. Abandon the battering ram, pick up Zolf's body instead. Well, I know what I did last time. Well, I know what I did the first time, and I know what I did the second time. Doing what I did the first time. Taking some.
I can see it now. The kid in one corner, and Zolf in the other. Ain't much of a fight. Don't you worry, though. Once the Bastion's restored, it'll all be alright. You ain't still thinking about that whole leaving the city thing, are you?
I set my sail, fly, the wind it will take me back to my home, sweet home. Lie on my back, clouds are making way for me. I'm coming home, sweet home. I see your star, you left it burning for me. Mother, I'm here. Eyes open wide.
Kid's probably dealt with Zolf by now.
Heart and it's glowing.
He reminds me of myself when I was his age. I ever tell you about those days?
No,
Hey, kid.
I think we have.
Get up, kid. Come on, that ain't funny. I say get up. That's more like it. Now, set that shard into the monument there. Then we'll talk. The Bastion. It's finally finished. Now, there's something I want you to see. Welcome to the heart of the Bastion. I ain't one for long goodbyes, so here's the deal. Zia and I figure you done the heavy lifting, so you get to do the honors. We can tell you how to work this thing if you got any questions. Hey, kid. You can undo the calamity here and now. Go on, kid. And before I forget, thank you. Always wondered what the motherland was like. Not that it matters anymore. Zolf only brought more ruin to the Ura. No wonder they didn't take kindly to him. You've got one thing left to do, so you hang on to that badge. Besides, you earned it. Don't let anything you've done get to you. You can save all those creatures here and now.
You made it.
Whoa.
So, let's see. You can either prevent the calamity, or stick around with me and Rex. I'd hate to be in your shoes. If I could be any place I wanted, I'd stay right here. We could go anywhere in the world. Zolf tried to talk me into joining him. I tried to talk him out of it. I guess we both failed. When I finally found my people, I told them we could help. They just took me for a traitor. Glad you showed up. Any moment I'd want to live again happened after the calamity, not before.
So, therein lies the question. Reset. So, a few questions unanswered. Like if we go back, if we reset, Brooks's idea, the initial, original plan of the Bastion. There's no way of stopping it again? Stopping the calamity? Continuing on. In this process will restore a previous world state and is irreversible. Need to Bastion. This will cause irreparable damage to the core receptacle, disabling them. I think
here I figured you'd had enough of me by now. You could have undone the calamity itself, but instead you want to stay in a world like this. I gotta admit, kid, I ain't yet put much thought in that idea of carrying on with you here. We can't go back no more, but I suppose we could go wherever we please. And if anyone's left out there, I sure would like to see the look on their faces when we dock this thing right on that doorstep. Getting ahead of myself, though. I'm gonna need a first mate. What do you say?
I set myself, fly the wind, it will take me back to my home, sweet home. Lie on my back, climb to make it wait for me. I'm coming home. Sweet home, I see your star, you left it burning for me, brother. I'm here tonight.
probably the most beautiful song in the OST.
Eyes open wide, I feel your heart and it's glowing. And welcome, sweet home. I take your hand, now you'll never be
And that was Bastion. imagine this kind of game, how Supergiant made a name for themselves and was able to make 80s. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoy the new starting soon, and thanks for watching screens here on the stream. And I hope you all have an excellent rest of your day. I have been the Lord.